What's going on, everybody? It's Will filling in for Nick this week to cover the new season starter for Supergirl titled The Adventures of Supergirl for Season 2, Episode 1. Warning, possible spoilers inbound. So, despite the move to a whole new channel and it gives an alteration in production and everything, the show actually still manages to keep the hopeful tone from the CBS style. We open with the end of the previous season as a Kryptonian pod lands on Earth and is under investigation by the DEO, who we learn actually has a local office very close by in the city. Kara, of course, is still trying to manage a blossoming relationship with James and convince herself that all will be well, while also trying to decide on a new position at Cat Grant's office or risk losing her job. Amidst her civilian issues, the Venture spacecraft carrying around 200 passengers is set to launch its first voyage into space, but upon exiting the atmosphere, the engine fails and must be rescued by Supergirl and Superman. That's right, the Man of Steel makes a well-fitting introduction to the show by working with his cousin to rescue the people on board the craft. The image is great and harkens back to the opening of the first season of Kara saving the people on the plane. Kara and Clark both seem to have a glowing optimism about them and around each other that does feel warm. Tyler Hoechlin does a great job and seems to actually like being the hero, but the only issue, and maybe it's just an aesthetic thing, is that his cape seems just a little big on him, but otherwise, you can kind of see the cast containing their excitement for finally getting the character on the show. He has good chemistry with just about everyone he encounters, similar to when The Flash showed up on the show. We see Kat has some implied feelings towards Clark Kent, and Kara try to investigate the recent arrival of Lena Luthor, sister to famous villain Lex Luthor, who gives them information pertinent to discovering that Lena was actually the target of the plan to bring down the shuttle, and not the one who planned it. The true assailant, revealed to be John Corbin, goes after Lena as she leaves in the helicopter, but Superman and Supergirl arrive to stop any citywide havoc. CW makes a lot of choices for Kara's character that have to do with her moving past complacency, not just in universe but outside as well. With the show being a carryover, there will be a lot of changes in production, and it may be a metaphor for the character as well, as she adjusts to an ever-changing and expanding world with a new DEO, her cousin being around more opportunities as a young adult to be successful, and she has to face the fact that, just like the show, some things will change and some will stay the same. Our episode closes with Lena at her rebranding ceremony for the new L-Corp as we discover Corbin is a hired gun for Luthor, who is sent to take out Lena. She ends up dropping him with her own gun, and Supergirl and Superman repair her collapsing building, Kara finally deciding to go into reporting, just like her cousin. Overall, the episode was very solid. It gave us the new changes, but kept a lot of the bright colors and feel of last season. The character interactions are good, and the introduction of Superman felt pretty organic. The CG and effects were also pretty well used, and the only really weak parts were just brief moments that barely felt noticeable, if any at all. Any weaknesses in it are a result of them maybe trying to do a lot, as they have to make new watchers and old get the same sensation with these characters. Also a few aesthetic decisions in regards to costuming, but that's my personal opinion. Otherwise, it sets up plenty of things for not only the next episode, but the rest of the season as we see Supergirl grow into her own place at the CW verse. I'd give it an 8.5. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Hybrid Network. I'm Will, and I'm out.